How do you play something like 13, 16, 15, 16? How do you, in your head, how are you breaking down those subdivisions and applying it?
Here's the thing. There are two ways to feel 16th note meters. And I mean that there's only two. I don't care what 16th note meter you come at me with. Here's the thing. A 16th note meter only makes sense if it is either 1/16th note longer or shorter than a more simple meter. Let's take an example. You said 13/16 or 15/16. So if we take 13/16, it is 1/16th note longer than 3/4, which is 12/16th notes long. 1, 2,
Mm.
3, 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. One extra 16th note gets you 13/16. So if I'm just thinking about 3, 4, boom, bat, bat, boom, bat, bat, all I'm thinking about is that plus a weird kind of skip that's an additional 16th note long. So if I play something that kind of feels a little bit more like 16th notes, like boom, bat, boom, boom, bat, boom, boom, 2, 3. Now, I don't necessarily subdivide it as like 4, 4, 5. You can put the extra note anywhere in your phrasing, but that's how you would feel it. Now, it's also shorter than 7, 8. So if you're thinking about like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, that's 14/16th notes in total. It is 1/16th note shorter than that.
Okay.
Let's take the same idea and talk about 15/16. 15/16 is, in my opinion, one of the easier ones because it's one that you can directly relate to 4/4. It's a 16th note short of 4/4. So if we've got 4/4, 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a 1 and a 3 and a 4 and a 1/16th note less than that gets you 15/16. So you can think about it as like 3 quarter notes and then a group of 3/16. 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a 1 and a 2. These aren't necessarily the most musical ways to play these, but these are great building blocks to first start thinking about it. And again, you can put that sort of like cut somewhere in your phrasing, and it's probably going to sound cooler if it's not just at the end. It's cool just at the end if this is new to you and you're just getting the feel of how this time signature works. But as you get comfortable with it, you can start really playing around with it. One of my favorite things to do in 15/16 is to break it up into groups of 3/16. So it can almost feel like 5/4 in triplets. It's not triplets, but anyway, this is getting off into weird sort of like rhythm freak territory, but you can evenly subdivide 15 notes by 3. So if you're still going 1 and 2 and 3
right,
and
yeah.
2 and 3 and 4 and 1, if you're going 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a 1 and a 3 and a 3 and a 4 and a 1, I've got this straight pattern going over top of it by using every third 16th note. There's some very cool things you can do with that, and it almost disguises the fact that you're playing in this really awkward 16th meter. It doesn't necessarily feel like it's got that weird skip because you're giving it something normal, even though that normal thing is polyrhythmic to your quarter note.